Well, as you have noted by reading in the newspaper, it's been an eventful week for both the public school as well as our St. Wendelin School. And to give us a brief report of where we're at, I invited our school principal, Teresa Kitchen, to come forward and give us a rundown of where things are at given today. And it's very important that not only our parents and guardians are filled in, but also the entire parish.
Good morning. Again, like Father said, my name is Teresa Kitchen, the principal over at St. Wendelin Catholic Schools. And I want to thank you all so much for your prayers, support, and help while getting the old wing of the building prepared for Foster Area City Schools staff and students welcome next week. In Foster Area City Schools' time of need, they have truly been a blessing to us by cleaning, organizing, and providing manpower to bring life back to the classrooms in the South Wing these past 2 days. Their teachers, maintenance staff, administrators have been working nonstop, and they are incredibly thankful and grateful that we're opening our doors to help. By putting our faith into action, we're able to practice our Christian values and mission to help our fellow educators and students. I'm continuing to work closely with Father Todd, with John, Shane, our CYO director, Ryan Seibert, Rob, Chris, Georgia, the list can go on, Mr. Sprang from Foster Area City Schools, Tara, Drew Bauman, the principal, Mike Daring, the assistant principal, Michelle Wolf, who's the assistant principal, along with their athletic director, David Hassler, who's the director of their operations, to help organize transportation, schedules operations before and after their transition to St. Wendelin. Below are some keynotes I'll kind of run through real quick so Father can do his. Is that okay? Okay. The time frame's looking about 4 to 8 weeks. The Foster Area City Schools staff will be on Tuesday to do a work day to prepare for their students. On Wednesday, their students are going to be welcomed by us. The first floor classrooms and the old gym will be used as classrooms. There'll be close to 230 7th and 8th grade students. When I was talking to the students last week, I said it's like there's going to be 3 of you now, so they were really excited to welcome them. Foster Area City Schools, Mike Daring and Teresa Vogel, the counselor, will be on campus full-time, along with the secretary. Their principal will be split between us and the Foster Area Learning Center, where their high school will be located. Their secretary will be in our main lobby to welcome their students and for any questions. The Foster Area will provide maintenance staff to help us keep the building clean and safe. And we are also coordinating how we can help with their home basketball games. Thank you.
Thank you. So you can see that we've done a lot of work, and Teresa and her team and Andrew Spring and their team has been working wonderfully. So we want to give them a little encouragement right now. It's going to be a big week. And as we gather, one of the most important things that we do is witness to who Jesus is in our lives. And this opportunity in front of us will give us a great opportunity to witness to our values and put them into action. And it'll be a wonderful 4 to 8 weeks, I'm sure. The readings this weekend actually tell us about doing this ourselves. If I could sum all 3 of them up, I would say it would be make a friend, be a friend, and bring that friend to Christ. And really, it's one of the first and most fundamental lessons that I learned as I was growing up as a Catholic, and as I got to the seminary. In fact, it was the simplest lesson about evangelization. Make a friend, be a friend, bring that friend to Christ. And as I reflect on it, the first and second are fairly easy for us, making a friend and being a friend. But what about that third? What about bringing that friend to Christ? I believe it begins by us being dedicated followers ourselves. And this morning I want to say we are those followers. we say, like Samuel, "Here I am, Lord, I come to do your will." As we see in the second reading from St. Paul, we must see ourselves for what we are. Sinners, yes, for sure, but as St. Paul says, we are instruments of God's grace. And instruments not in spite of ourselves, but because of ourselves. St. Paul begs the question. He says, "Do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ?" Do you not know that your bodies are members of Christ? Now, there is an old adage that I repeat often, and that adage says, "You cannot give what you do not have." But we do have a relationship with Christ. We have that relationship in the Word that we hear proclaimed here every weekend, each day. The Word that you open up at home and break open through reading sacred scriptures, through meditating. You have that Word. You have that relationship. And you also have that relationship as you come before the altar to receive Jesus in his body, blood, soul, divinity. Welcoming him into your life, not only as friend, but as Lord and Savior. So we do have a relationship with Christ. In short, we have been equipped. Yes, through baptism, we have been equipped. And through God's grace, we have been equipped. We have been equipped to be instruments of God's grace, to be instruments of his goodness, instruments of his love, instruments of his own divine common sense, instruments to draw others closer to Christ, to introduce our friends to Jesus. How will our world be better? How will our town be better? How will our families be better? The answer is if we give what we have. Make a friend, be a friend, bring that friend to Christ. And it begins as easy as telling them what Christ has done for you.